Lapland, a region stretching over the northern part of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. A land very well known for its harsh conditions during winter and the phenomenal midnight sun during summer. As part of getting away from the city every year, I decided to go on a multi-day expedition to the Finnish Lapland. Follow me as I discover some of the finest woodlands of the Arctic, living in wilderness huts and seeing the transition of Lapland from autumn to winter wonderland. It was late autumn in Lapland. Ever since I heard about the trail on a Nat Geo magazine, I knew I had to go do it. I managed to convince a couple of my colleagues about the trail, and 2018 October, we set on a journey to finally hike Finland's most famous hiking trail, the Karhukierros hike. The legendary Karhukierros hike is an 82-kilometer long hike that takes you to Oulanka's best locations along the Oulanka River, considered as one of the must-do hiking trails in the world. Our starting point of the hike was half an hour away from Ruka village, a place called Hautajärvi. I remember being all pumped up that morning. The walk took us through the herbage forest of Lapland. There are several viewpoints along the way. We stopped at every viewpoint and finally, after a wet start of the day, we arrived at our first wilderness hut after 15 kilometers. It was our first time living in a wilderness hut, so we were curious. Since it was late autumn, it was only 3 of us in the hut. During summer days, this place gets really busy, and it's ideal to bring your own camping equipment. It was time to rest up as we had a long night ahead. It's day two of the trek. We're getting our water ready from the river. Alright, now it's time to explore the Oulanka Canyon. So it's about 600 meters from the cabin. We're not taking our backpack yet. We're gonna go explore and come back and then head to our next cabin. That's the plan. So yeah, let's go. Finally reached the Oulanka Canyon. It's really beautiful. The autumn colors are starting to fade out but still look good. So beautiful up here. I'm just exploring this area. My friends are waiting for me on the other end. I think it's almost time to head back to our cabin and get our bags and yeah, find the next cabin.
I feel like when you have these on, you have no awareness of how much space you take up. Like
thinking that you're going to pass through and then you hit something.
Huh? Yeah, it's hanging fast.
So many blueberries here everywhere. I wish I could stay back and eat all those blueberries, but we had no time to waste, as we had a total of 23 kilometers ahead of us. Since we took a wrong path in between, that added another 3 kilometers to our hike. Woo! After walking for a few hours, we reached the Oulanka Visitor Center. They serve hot food and drinks, so we decided to treat ourselves to a hot burger and coffee. Alright, so after a short break at the cafeteria, we are off to the next cabin, about 8 kilometers from here. It was getting dark very quickly. We still haven't managed to get to the hut. As we got near, we saw a group of reindeers on the path. Reindeers are native to this part of the world. It's also found in northern part of Canada and Siberia. These reindeers show no fear when I approach. Probably they got used to the hikers over time. After a long day, we finally managed to get to the cabin. Dark.
Hello.
We simply passed out after a quick dinner. Alright, good morning guys. It's day 3 in Lapland. So today our plan is to canoe for 10 kilometers. It's supposed to be 22, but the place opens only at 10 o'clock. So if we want to do the 22, it will take us a very long time. It will take us another 6 hours. So we cut that short. So we plan to do only 10 kilometers. That's the first stop. So to get to the canoe, we have to walk another 8 kilometers, get our keys and stuff, and yeah, do the canoe. So finally managed to get the canoe. So now we need to get this into the river. After a bit of struggle to get into the canoe, we finally set off to our journey. We had few hours to get to the meeting point where we will get picked up by the canoe owner. The river was calm. We canoed the 10 kilometers watching the autumn foliage pass by. Alright guys, so finally back at the next cabin. It's been a very beautiful walk. We've been walking through a carpet of blueberries. Very beautiful. It's a nice sunny day. Sun just went under the clouds. I'm just hoping sun will come out later on. Today will be like a very chill day. We only had to walk 7 kilometers, so that's all good. I might go around and explore a bit more. It all will depend. But yeah, very nice day. Beautiful walk. Okay, I'll see you at the cabin. Good morning. It's day 4 in Lapland. So last night before I went to sleep, I put on a time lapse because it was a very clear sky. And surprisingly, there was northern lights last night, and I managed to capture just a little bit. Wasn't not too heavy, but still looking good on a time lapse. I can't wait to share. It's a very peaceful morning here in Lapland. Beautiful pink skies. Looks like a sunny day. Looks like it's going to snow today or tomorrow. That's what the weather forecast says. So yeah, today is a big long hike. It's very long hike actually. That morning was the perfect morning. The sun came out, giving life to the entire forest. I have seen quite a few sunrises from a forest, but this was my favorite one. That day we passed through some of the most beautiful parts of the park. I could really see the forest changing as we go further. All the leaves were falling off, making room for winter. We kept pushing ourselves to reach the last hut. It was the smallest of all huts, and we had company. It was getting cold day by day, but the small cabin kept us warm. Jusinkampa Wilderness Hut is located at a very scenic spot close to a waterfall, so there are options to go for a little stroll. We made our way to the Oulanka base camp hotel the next morning. We passed through one of the most iconic cabins on our way. Since we had a booking at the hotel, we gave this one a pass. After all, it was time for us to indulge in some luxury and have that much needed shower. first snow of the season. It was magical. We woke up to a thick blanket of snow. It didn't stop snowing that day. We sat by the cafeteria with a hot cup of tea and watched the whole area turn into a winter wonderland. The last day was the hardest of all. Since the trail got covered by snow, it was nearly impossible not to get lost. Somehow, after quite a bit of struggle, we managed to reach the finishing point of the hike. I didn't film that day. Here are some of the photos from that day.
Hello, bird. Want some food?
I know how you feel. There's no way to
Hey. You happy?
So happy.
Nearly as happy as we are.
Probably more.
I remember this moment. It brought so much joy to me. I guess it's the little things that makes me happy.